don't correct it by changing the behavior in ourselves and in the community, in the families, this is going to be cyclical. It's going to just continue and continue. And we can't have that.
Yeah.
We just can't.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So
Iman Ali.
in closing,
This
what
is
I would
amazing.
like to do, I don't want
Can
to.
I say something before you go? Brother, did you have any questions of any of us? Did you kind of understand where we're coming from and like the direction we're trying to go?
I got you.
Okay. So we can communicate further on how to materialize?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you said you got direction for us, even if it's something that's out of your power?
Absolutely. The one thing I would say is, I have been, and I look back on the last 4 years, and I have to honestly ask myself, what the heck did I get done? Because this ain't a job, just to have. I mean, some folks feel that way, but I'm just like, man, there's so much other value outside of this that if I'm not going to get something done in this position, then why am I doing it? And so part of the issue that I've had is I've represented 90,000 people. I'm about to go from 90 to 150. How am I going to do that effectively if there's no system in place for us to actually do what we're doing now, have a conversation about one particular issue, see how it's a part of a bigger conversation on maybe just criminal justice or how it's all interconnected with something else, and then say this is the bill we're running that is multifaceted, and this is one piece of it. This right now is a completely separate bill, and after we pass this, there's going to be 5 to 10 other things that when we're trying to impact these particular individuals that we're not going to be able to do because it wasn't included in here.
That's right.
So my thing is, I really want us to have a broader conversation about how this is a critical component, one of X number of components for a larger, what are we trying to solve, right? So again, I know what we're trying to solve, but what else is going to be a hindrance to that other than this? So if we don't figure out all those other pieces, somebody comes to me and gives me a bill idea every single day. I was in a park. I was at the park with Alvarez 2 days ago, and a woman who had her son killed said we need to run a bill to have higher penalties for people who kill. You know what I mean? Because her son never got the two boys who killed her son, the young black boy. 2 boys were white, and they got 5 years. And they, so she's upset about. Okay, that's a bill. Then somebody came to me. I mean, I'm telling you, I get billed all the time, and I'm like, I want to run all these. There's a reason why I only get 5.
Wow.
And then for me, even if I get 5, why do I have to run 5? Why can't I just run 1 that is comprehensive and it has everything in it? So I don't really have any questions about what you're doing. I fully understand it and agree with it. I think the one thing I would say is we should go deeper into the bill, the policy, because I want to make sure that we get everything included that you want. But that's a little bit later. What I really want to know is how does this fit into the larger conversation of what we're really trying to solve, so that once we pass this, something else don't pop up and be like, well, I'm still stuck.
Well, that's right. So our goal with the Rebuild Your Mind Challenge is to make Colorado first the most efficient trauma-informed, trauma-conscious, and trauma-responsive state in the United States. And so the challenge represents the trauma-informed. We're informing people about the challenge. And then the bill represents us being trauma-conscious. Okay, now we know the trauma's going on. Let's address this in legislature.
Yeah.
And then you have trauma-responsive, which is what the center represents. But the principles of that center are its own totally different thing. We can represent. Did you get a chance to look over the program? So we have our own principles that we can apply in any room. Based off of our experience, and then also the stakeholders' experience and their contributions to all 4. So I think that once we send you all 4, if you have a card or some way for us to email you.
Yeah, you got my info.
Yeah,
I do too. I have it too.
What we'll do is we'll send everything so you can see the full scope of the solutions that we created. And those solutions how we can apply them to the community.
The one thing I really appreciate about what you all have done here we're not ready to receive anything as a community. So if I pass a bill, governor signs it, it only does one or two things. It either regulates or it funds. That's all my job is. It's not complicated. They tell you what you can and can't do. It's the law. Or it provides a portion of the $32 billion we get at the state, we get through sales tax, income tax, and fees. This is not hard. Problem is, we don't understand the process. I understand the process. So now I can get that through,